they've been excited about this for a long time. They've been eagerly awaiting the availability of this because it's just going to make their lives so much safer and easier at school. I think that it'll really reduce our stress and anxiety about them getting COVID, having to quarantine for potential exposures, and do all the things that have been disruptive to their lives and education. And so I think that this will hopefully make their lives a lot easier. Yeah, I was excited that the vaccine would become available to every member of my family. My wife and I got vaccinated very early in the process. I got vaccinated in the first week that it was available, and my wife in the first week that it was available to her. And we just felt like it was important for us to get the entire family protected, and so we were very happy to see that the vaccine was approved and that the research showed it was safe and effective in kids like ours, and that they could avoid a COVID infection, which could be much more dangerous. You know, I think that there are a lot of parents who are nervous in general about doing anything that could bring harm to their child, and I think that they've heard about potential complications of this vaccine, and they're worried that by having their kids get the vaccine, they could be exposing them to some risk. And I think that's a very valid concern to have, but I think that you have to also remember that COVID is a huge risk too. And when you look at the research, which has been done very extensively at this point, it's extremely clear that the risks of COVID are far greater than the risk of the vaccine. So you have to just recognize there's no zero risk pathway here, but the vaccine is the much safer thing to do. And so, you know, we're always trying to do the safer things for our kids, and this is it. And so it was really with zero reluctance that I went ahead and got the vaccine for all three of my kids today. And I strongly encourage parents who are on the fence about this to remember that the alternative to getting the vaccine isn't nothing. The alternative is likely getting COVID. And COVID is much more dangerous. Even though it's rare, it's much more dangerous than the vaccine. And so I think the vaccine makes a lot of sense. And this is not the first time that a vaccine has had potential issues. You know, the flu shots that we all get every year are associated with serious but extremely rare complications, but we do it without really thinking about it because the benefits are much more likely than any complications. And so I would encourage everyone to view this the same way, not to overthink it. It's safe, it's effective, the research has shown that, and I'd strongly recommend getting your entire family protected. I'm extremely proud of my kids every day. Today was no exception. I think that they really did a great job going up there, and in the case of my boys, getting the vaccine without even a flinch. And in my daughter, obviously was a little more nervous, but at the end realized it was no big deal. So I'm always really proud of my kids, and I think they did a great job today.
I was really scared of getting the shot at first, but I didn't even realize when it went into me. And you can barely even feel a thing. And so far, I can't feel anything in my arm, so there's no reason to be nervous or anything like that. It was pretty good. At first I was nervous, but then when I actually got the shot, I didn't really feel anything. And I realized that there was nothing to be scared of, and I was just overreacting a lot. I would say that getting COVID hurts more than getting this shot, and that it doesn't hurt at all. And if you're nervous at first, that's okay. But once you get it, you'll realize that when you were scared of that, you weren't really scared. You were just nervous of the side effects that would never really happen.
When I first got it, it sort of hurted, and then when the shot went in my arm, it didn't feel like anything.